fall out of his hand.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it to dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I do the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it to dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably fit the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics. Boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
Boss, I'ma go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof of. I'm ready to battle my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing. I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke. You can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for I just aim it better the Whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it to dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably fit the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Greenfield. I'm alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They run the counter. Bowman. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well done. He sniffed that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. Now a give, right side. It's Bowman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bowman. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bowman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, so don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The kick by Bass is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Far. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
On fourth down, far toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Fields now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears are once again back in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they grew up in the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Off play action, Fields. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clear
touchdown. Cole Kmet, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw on 2nd down. Far. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, the Vikings sit 9-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 24, Vikings 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Far. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Okay, ready. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Seven Pirates.
Back to throw. Far. He's going to take another shot here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Again, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Out of the gun, Fields. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. It's Fields. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool, 34 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Fields trying to throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got this to Jefferson. And past the 40. Before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Far. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Operating from the gun. Far. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bunker is on target.
And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made on the 21-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. They're looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what kind of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Six-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Farr.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Come on.
They'll run on 1st down. McNeil. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown.
T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He finds his man complete. That's Bowman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. To throw is Fields. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The kick by Bass is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 93 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this is going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
All eyes on Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. On first down, it's Bowman.
Down to the 42, second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bowman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on first down. Bowman. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now.
36. Tyler Bass sends a kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw.
Completes this to Jefferson. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, That's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Chicago,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play.
Yes.
Good shit, dude.
Fuck, dude.
He wanted to keep it going.
He just be trying to fucking... He just gets some lucky shit, dude.
Oh,
Glitches
you had a couple
out.
lucky ones too, I saw.
I did, yeah, but he just runs some glitchy ass shit. Like...
I noticed that when I first played him, he had like a
I was
66
like, bro.
quarterback.
What's up, guys?
You trying to run it up or what?